Hi, how do you like that for high-tech signage? I'm Nick Bruel, also known as the Bad Kitty Guy, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how you can begin writing a story. Let's say you have a little time on your hands. This might be the kind of thing that can help occupy that time during the day or the week or even longer. So the exercise we're going to do today is inspired very much by how I came up with the idea for the very first Bad Kitty book. Let's set the stage. I was sitting at home about 17 or 18 years ago now, and I had this big blank sheet of paper in front of me. I had a pen in my hand, and instead of writing a story, I thought to myself, maybe I should write down just titles of stories, titles I'd never seen before, titles I didn't think even existed. Because, writing a story can be difficult, but writing a title can be easy, because a title could be just one, maybe two words. So that's what I did that day. I just started writing down titles, title after title after title. I didn't worry if they were great titles or lousy titles, because I wasn't trying to self-edit myself. And to be honest, after a while, I'd written down some titles that I kind of liked. I wrote down some titles that I kind of didn't like, but then I wrote down one title that I really liked, and that title was Bad Kitty. So when I started asking myself questions, and the first question I had to ask myself was, okay, if I've got a story about a cat that's doing something bad, what did she do that's so bad? That's when I came up with so many ideas. I thought it would be interesting if I put them into alphabetical order. All right. So then I asked myself the next interesting question, which I thought was, okay, why? Why would this cat do such terrible things? Well, I started thinking about this. Cats and food are sort of integrated in terms of their behavior. So I thought, all right, I'll do another alphabet of foods that the cat did not like. And that is how the very first Bad Kitty book took shape. So what I'm going to show you is a way that you can come up with ideas to begin writing a story. And it's a variation on an exercise I do when I visit schools. And this is something you can do all by yourself, or it's something you can do with a group. You just need a little bit of preparation ahead of time. All right? So, for instance, what I did was I took a sheet of paper and I cut it into pieces, and I started writing on one sheet of paper, or on one set of pieces, the names of animals. So for instance, zebra, anteater, that sort of thing. Now I took another sheet of paper and I cut that one into pieces, and on those pieces I wrote down emotions, feelings, like silly, eager, happy and sad are in there too. So this is what you should do. Take some paper, cut it into pieces, write down animals on one set of pieces, and then write down emotions on the other set of pieces. Now, emotions might be a little bit complex because emotions are surprisingly a little bit difficult to define. So if you need to come up with emotions, and don't worry about coming up with a lot of them, just fill in the blank in your head. I feel blank. And we don't have to be too strict about it, because even if you wrote down the word hungry, which is not actually an emotion, it'll still work for what we're about to do. Now you put the two pieces, all sets of pieces, into different bowls, and you pick one from each bowl. I picked the word duck. Now I'm going to find an emotion, and I picked the word mad. I now have a title, Mad Duck. That is going to be the title to my story. Now's the tricky part. We have a title, but how do we turn those two words into something as complex as a story? This is the one thing I want you to remember long after this video is ended. The secret to writing stories is to always ask yourself questions. That is so important. I'm going to say it again. Always ask yourself questions. And we're going to demonstrate that together right now. So I have the title Mad Duck. The first question we could ask ourselves is where? Where is the duck in our story? And there are no wrong answers. Any answer is perfectly fine. You could say that maybe the duck is in school. Maybe the duck is outside. Maybe the duck is at the beach. Maybe the duck is at the playground. I'm going to say that my duck is at the museum, because I like museums. So, now we can start asking ourselves more questions. Why is our duck at the museum? Well, again, there are no wrong answers. Maybe the duck wandered in there by accident. Maybe the duck works there. I'm going to say, for my story, the duck is at the museum because my duck likes art. Let's ask another question. How long has our duck been at the museum? Well, again, no wrong answers. 5 minutes, an hour, 2 years, a day. There are no wrong answers. I'm going to let you start deciding from here on. The only trick is you have to keep asking yourself questions. Always ask yourself questions. Every story ever written is just a complex maze of questions that the author asked him or herself and the answers he or she came up with. And what's neat about it is that we have this one simple title, Mad Duck, and if you and 100 other people wrote a story with the title Mad Duck, you get 101 different results. That's what's kind of neat about this. So have at it. Take as much time as you want. Take a few minutes, take an hour, take all day, take all week, whatever you think is necessary. Write down make your title, and then make a story from there. And good luck. It won't be easy, but it will be fun. I should know. Bye. Until next time.